Hello everyone and welcome back to PSMindBody. It's been a little while and I'm working on a project for low back pain, and I decided to go ahead and record a small practice and just a little bit of chatting to help with any kind of issues that we may have with our back. So what I wanted to first start off with is just knowing that posture is so important when it comes to low back pain and elongating your spine. So you can imagine that we have vertebra and then we have intervertebral discs in between them. And of course, gravity, as just living life, is constantly pressing this together. And if we can constantly learn to keep elongating, then we keep the space between the vertebra, as well as we can help different parts of the vertebra come back into line. But if we keep it squished and then move around, we're just squishing it even more. So again, with posture, you want to really root down, lengthen the spine, and even the cervical spine, the neck. And then you can always move from that elongation versus moving from a place of rounding or arching. And today what we're going to do is I'm going to give you a really nice simple series to help with low back pain. And it's something that you should really do 2 or 3 times a week and to really feel the difference. So we'll start on our backs. I have my socks on today because it's a little cold in the room. And since we're not doing a standing practice, it's going to be on our back. So you do want to have a strap and a chair close by, or a wall if that's convenient for you. So I have the chair and I have the strap. And we're going to start on our backs. So here we are on our backs. And we're going to start off with just some nerve gliding. And all that does is it kind of opens up the spine as you're moving it back and forth. So you're going to press the feet down, and you can keep your hands on your belly, on the ground. And as you press down, just kind of slide your body forward and back. And it's just kind of a wiggling back and forth, and just kind of feel how everything is a little loosening up and opening up, maybe even feeling a little bit of relief here. And just do that a few times, and then we'll take a deep breath from there. Good. And release. And then we'll just start with our deep belly breathing. So breath is another thing that can really help with low back pain, and making sure we get enough breath into our body. So what we're going to do is just keep our fingertips on our belly. And as you take a deep breath, maybe you'll count to 3 or 4 and feel how the belly expands, the ribs and lungs expand in your inhale. And as you exhale, everything will come back to center. So here we go. Take a deep breath in for 1, 2, 3. All the way in. Pause for a moment. And then exhale, feel and just notice. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll do that a few more times. Just feel the body relax and come into this present moment. And 1, 2, 3, all the way in, and pause. And exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue on your own a few more times, and you want to have the exhalation at least 1 beat or 1 second longer than the inhalation, and that helps us go away from that fight and flight mode of our brains into a more rational, calmer, rest and digest part of our brain. So again, let's do maybe 1 more round, or finish the round that you started. And as you exhale, release it all for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. And we're going to start right here. We're going to be moving with breath. And we're going to go into some of that axial elongation, lengthening the spine, as well as a gentle back bend. So as you breathe, and press down with your feet, inhale, Lift the arms all the way up and reach back behind you. Stay there for an exhalation and even for another inhalation. And just already notice how there's a gentle back bend and my spine is lengthening. And then exhale, one exhale with your movement all the way down. And we can move in different ways because we all have a different amount of time for each breath. Let's do that a couple more times. And you can even do it with one leg straight and try that again. Inhale, all the way back. Reach it back behind you to pause. And exhale all the way back in. And maybe switch the legs, the other leg comes out. Inhale all the way up. And sometimes it's the simplest moves that can make the difference. And exhale all the way back down. Good. And finally this last one all together again, both knees bent. Relax the shoulders and the spine as you inhale. And just feel the belly expand, the ribs, the lungs expand, the spine lengthening. And exhale all the way back. And then we'll take the right knee in towards the chest, pressing the femur bone into its socket. And then take the right knee over towards the right armpit. A little external rotation. And then maybe even making a few circles in the hip joint. And remember, motion is lotion. So the more you move, the more we are bringing blood flow into that space. And then the more we're able to increase our fluid that's in the joints. You can also do some ankle joints and just every day, try and move your ankles, your knees. You can do some knee circles. I love this one. It feels so good. And then take your strap. Have your strap close by. Take your strap. Bring it on the toe mounds. And then press the heel up towards the sky. So the first thing we're going to do, you can keep holding on to one, and then just use your thumb to soften the crease here. This little muscle here, you want to make sure it's nice and soft and relaxed. And as you exhale, bring that knee in towards your chest, and then inhale, press the heel up. And you can just feel how the back is straightening out as I bring it in, and press it forward. One more time, you're going to exhale, bring it in. And inhale, lengthen, perfect. So you're going to continue with some of the stretching. Relax the legs, so almost like it's going to fall away from you. And then using your arm muscles, your biceps, gently press the leg back in towards you. And everything is so related. So stretching your spine and your glutes, stretching and strengthening the muscles around the spine also is helpful. Going into a nice stretch for the inner thigh. Bring that left knee slightly out to keep yourself balanced and the right leg out to the right side. You might come low as you can. Just feel comfortable here. Remember, this is not supposed to be painful. It's just a nice, gentle stretch. And then as you come back in, you'll bring the legs. You can use your hand to support the other knee. And then switch the hands and turn the toe inwards and bring that leg all the way towards that left shoulder, opposite shoulder. And stretch it out again. So you're getting your IT band, the outer part of your thighs, some more glutes here stretching, and then come back to center, and bend the knee. Take the strap off, good. And then we're going to squeeze it back in, take the ankle and bring it onto that left thigh, going into a figure 4. And here you'll get a really great stretch in your piriformis muscle, it's the large muscle in your glutes. Take that left thigh and press that left leg all the way in. See if you can use your leg instead of your arms, and let your arms just be on the side. You can do some circles with your ankles again here. Good, take a deep breath, feel that nice deep stretch in that right glute, right hip. Perfect. And release. And then take that right knee back into center. We want to realign and release. Perfect. And we're going to go to the other side. So left knee comes in towards chest and then towards the left armpit. So you really want to press that femur bone into its socket. Then you'll take your strap and bring the strap on top of the toe mounds and press the leg all the way up. And remember, you can always have made some little circles with the hips, with your knee joints and your ankle joints. As you press up, again, soften the crease at the where you have the creases at your bending of the leg. And as you exhale, bring that knee in towards the chest. Good. And inhale, lengthen the heel back up. Exhale, bring the knee in towards the chest. Inhale, press the heel up. Great, one more time. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, press it up. And then take a moment, let the leg really be loose as if it's gonna fall. And then using your biceps again, press that leg in towards your chest. And again, keep it simple, keep it light, and don't wanna pull too hard. And then press the tailbone downwards. So these micro movements make a huge difference. We're gonna go out to the side. So the right knee will come outwards, left leg will come out the other way. And just hold it in that stretch. Relax the shoulders if you can, getting a nice inner thigh and groin stretch. Keeping the spine stable and the pelvis stable. As you come back in, you can use your right hand to press that right leg back into center. Switch the hands, turn the toe inwards, and then come over to the other side, bringing that left foot towards the right shoulder. And again, we're bringing the right knee over just to keep ourselves centered. So take another deep breath, really deep stretch here on the outer part of my leg. And back to center. Awesome, and bend the knee and take your strap off. And put it off to the side now. And the left ankle on the right thigh, open up the arms. Take a breath, inhale. As you exhale, right thigh is gonna squeeze that left leg in towards your chest. Great little stretch here in that piriformis muscle and your glutes. Keep both feet flexed and maybe make some ankle circles. And remember, holding a pose is really where some benefits come from. So be patient, take your time, and release. Good. Bring it all the way back in. And then going into a bridge pose. This is also a great way to lengthen the spine, elongate, and even some strengthening happening here. So again, we're gonna move with breath. Fingertips can touch your heels. Keep your hands to the ground. And then as you inhale, press the feet down to lift your body up. So as you press down, you'll inhale, lift the arms, and then stay here to the center, exhale. And then continue to inhale as you keep pressing the feet down and bring the arms all the way up overhead. You're also strengthening the glutes, the quads. As you exhale with one breath, all the way down, moving with breath, and release it down. We're gonna do it one more time. Let's do that again. And remember, these moves can be done over and over. So press down into the feet to lift, inhale. One breath to movement. This time come all the way back behind you. Keep pressing into the heels, into the toes. And also when you're here in a weight-bearing pose, you're strengthening the bones as well. And then as you exhale, come all the way back down, moving with breath. Awesome. That's great. And then going into an Apanasana. So you're gonna keep the back flat and bring both legs into the chest. And we're not rolling inwards. We're actually pressing downwards and then just feeling that how, again, you're straightening out the spine. This is great for low back pain. And it's also great for digestion. You're massaging the inner organs. And then we're gonna do a nice little twist here. So open up the arms, bring your feet back down for a moment and just move your pelvis about 2 inches to the right. And then bring the legs back into chest. And then let the legs roll over to the left side as you gaze to the right. So just take a moment here. See if you can relax completely. You might even move this top knee slightly forward to get a little extra stretch in the spine. And then as you exhale, you'll squeeze the belly in and then bring the legs back into center. Okay. Take a moment, wiggle back and forth, come back to alignment and release the feet. And then again, you'll move the hips 2 inches to the left. Lift the legs and then roll over to the right. And the reason I move the hips over is so that you have a straight spine by the time you twist. And again, deep breath, let the belly fill. As you exhale, let the belly deflate. And then exhaling through the nose, bring the legs back into center. And again, one more time, just kind of rock and roll it side to side to realign. Also gives you a little massage here. And then I want to continue one more thing, and this is a great strengthening exercise. This is going to strengthen all the muscles that support your spine. If you can go into a reverse tabletop, so the hips, knees, ankles are kind of all lined up, right? And your arms can lengthen forward. And then as you inhale, tap the left toe down, and then notice again, you're not going to change the bend of the knee, the angle here. You're moving from the hip joint and then bring it back in, right? So lengthen, inhale, lengthen all the way back. Exhale, bring it back in. We'll continue a few times on each side. You're getting quad work here, core work. You're feeling the spine getting long. And then inhale, exhale. One more on each side. Inhale, I can feel my core, my quads, my upper back. One more. Inhale and exhale. Awesome. And then squeeze it all the way back in one more time. And then we're going to roll onto the left side. I'm just going to do one side. Make sure you get both sides in. And then if you have a pillow, or I'm just going to grab a sweatshirt really quickly. Perfect. But really want to kind of take care of your head and neck. So you'll be on the side, go into a right angle. And you're going to reach your hands forward. And keeping the legs where they are, as you inhale, lift the right arm and bring it all the way over to the other side. So another goal should be every day to move your spine in all different directions every day. And then exhale, bring it in. Right? And we'll do one more on this side. So inhale, lift, use your breath to move your body. And hold it here. And as you exhale, bring it all the way back around. And then we'll just switch it to the other side. So I'm just going to turn around. You'll get to see the back of me, but when I turn, you'll see my face. So again, make it into a right angle. Have your pillow, blanket, a little towel underneath your head. And then as you inhale, you lift the arm, turn the head, bring it all the way over. You can feel how you're stretching into the entire spine. And then exhale, bring it back. And inhale, lift and reach. And inhale, bring it back. And again, do this a few times more if it feels good. And then we're going to bend the knees, come back to center. You want to make sure that you're pretty comfortable at this point. You might just keep something underneath your head and neck. Remember, noticing how a lot of times we have this huge forward head neck motion. And if you feel like you're doing, you have a huge amount of lordosis in your cervical spine, then take your hands and gently straighten out the head, lengthen it out, and then relax it. Or you can take your blanket, your pillow, and bring it underneath you, either way. And we're going to end this with our legs up the chair or legs up the wall. So it depends on what you have around you. Okay? And again, this has so many benefits, having your legs up the wall. It's great if you're needing to calm the mind before you go to sleep. It's great for your nervous system, your digestive system, your circulatory system. You can also have the legs all the way up for a few moments and then relax them on the chair or wall. And then we're going to end with just a few moments of a little meditation body scan. So just close your eyes and let your body breathe itself. Just notice the expansion of the belly, the lungs, the ribs. Your hands can be palms up or gently resting on your belly. And just take a moment and notice if you have any discomfort anywhere. Just try and get a little more comfortable. And then just feel how the back of your body is just completely resting on the earth. This is the earth that we all share. And the front of the body is floating in the air, towards the air we all breathe. And see if you can soften the space between the eyebrows. Unclench your jaws. Even soften the very root of your tongue. Release any tension in your throat, shoulders. Start to relax the arms, the wrists, and the fingers. If your mind started to wander a bit, that's okay. Minds are meant to think and wander. But just gently bring it back to your breath and to your body scan. And then bring your attention to the bottoms of your feet. The toes and the space between the toes. The ankles and calves, and completely relax them. See if you can release them and rest them on the chair. And bring your attention to the knees, behind the knees, the thighs. Let go of any tension there. And then bring your attention to your pelvis and your belly. As you breathe, feel how the belly expands, and as you exhale, it completely lets go, relax. And then bring your attention to the low back, and the middle back, and the upper back. Feel how the back is lengthening and resting on the earth. And finally, bring your attention to your heart. Can you hear the beat of your heart? Can you feel how the lungs are hugging your heart as you inhale? And how there's some space around the heart as you exhale. Just continue to focus on the inside of yourself. See if you can bring a smile that starts from within to all the way to the outside. And maybe you'll spend a few more moments here on your own with your breath, with your heartbeat. Whenever you're ready, you can start to wiggle the fingers and your toes. Move your head side to side. Bring the legs off of your chair. And gently turn over to your right side. This is going to lift your heart. And then you'll press the left palm into the earth to come back to seated. And you want to take your time laying down for a while. As you come back to seated, bring your hands to heart. And remember to have kind, compassionate words and thoughts to your mouth for words. And then back to your heart. Bringing in love and compassion and kindness into your own self, into your own body. Bring it in, let it nurture yourself. And then as you exhale, you can share that with the world. Thank you all for being here. I hope this is helpful. And it should be really nice, something you can do before bed. And also it can relieve back pain. I also want to thank all my teachers for parts of this sequence. Namaste.